Whenever Amber's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn, has pushed Johnny Depp's buttons during the defamation lawsuit, he has not held back. Welcome to Drama Trip, and today we'll take a look at the moments when Johnny Depp roasted Amber Heard's lawyer with savage comebacks. But Johnny's fight to prove his innocence hasn't always been polite and respectful. Both his and Amber's sides have thrown some vicious punches, many of which have been reported in the press. That's not to say the experience hasn't been entertaining, albeit in a depressing way. In fact, whether he intends to or not, Johnny Depp has found ways to make this incredibly difficult time amusing. And he's done so by mocking Amber Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn, with some savage retorts in front of the judge, jury, and the entire world. Number 7. Johnny Depp was waiting to be interrupted by Ben Rottenborn. During the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard defamation trial, the legal term objection, Your Honor of hearsay, was frequently used. Ben Rottenborn has kept interrupting Johnny while he's been testifying. His reasoning was that Johnny was repeating information from people who were not present, so the facts could not be confirmed or denied. The judge has usually sided with either legal team when this objection is raised. When Mr. Rottenborn interrupted him, Johnny was visibly perplexed and irritated. As a result, he decided to try something new. On one of the days, Johnny decided to take well-timed pauses, giving Mr. Rottenborn the opportunity to interject. Johnny's ferocious expressions when the lawyer took advantage of the situation have gone viral on the internet. But it's Johnny's surprised expression when Mr. Rottenborn doesn't object that's the funniest. Number 6. Johnny called out the lawyer's objections. She decided to leave when Mr. Ben Rottenborn repeatedly chastised Johnny's lawyer for asking him questions he didn't like. "Permit me to ask you a different question," Johnny's lawyer said. "Yes, let an object to another one," Johnny said, drawing laughter from the audience. Number 5. Johnny got Mr. Rottenborn to repeat an intimate innuendo. The graphic texts of Johnny Depp have been on display, particularly during cross-examination. There's no doubt he's getting flack for them, because some of what he wrote about and to Amber is shocking and inappropriate. Even so, Johnny managed to skewer Mr. Rottenborn while he read them aloud. Mr. Rottenborn has repeatedly asked Johnny, "Did I read that correctly?" whenever he's read anything he's allegedly written. It's been a successful tactic for emphasizing some of the disturbing text being exchanged or for tripping Johnny up. After all, it's Mr. Rottenborn's job. But it was clear that Johnny was having a good time with it. Mr. Rottenborn read a particularly sexual line twice while reading a text chain between Johnny and Amber, attempting to focus on the possible violent angle. Instead, he sounded as if he was reading something filthy. So Johnny jokingly asked him to read it aloud a third time, which elicited laughter from the audience. Number 4. Ben Rottenborn's strange Paul Bettany question. Johnny Depp's relationship with Paul Bettany has come up in the recent defamation trial, and yet Johnny wasn't afraid to ask Mr. Rottenborn an oddly worded question. "Paul Bettany is a good friend of yours with whom you've done drugs, right?" Mr. Rottenborn interrupted Johnny with a quick question. "That's an odd question," Johnny replied. Number 3. Johnny Depp schooled Ben Rottenborn on serotonin and dopamine. "I'm not going to give you anything to argue with me yet," Mr. Rottenborn said, posing a question. Yet, Johnny burst out laughing. "Sorry." Mr. Rottenborn then questioned Johnny about whether or not he testified about ordering certain drugs. But according to Johnny, these are not the kinds of drugs that someone recovering from an opioid addiction would order. He then proceeded to educate the lawyer on dopamine and serotonin. "I'm trying to school you," Johnny said when Mr. Rottenborn interrupted. Number 2. Johnny's best one-liners from the trial. With just one line, Johnny Depp found some pretty savage ways to roast Amber Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn. While this may not have gone over well with the jury, it certainly got the internet buzzing. Mr. Rottenborn stated that Johnny was drinking pretty heavily on one occasion. "Were you there?" Johnny replied. In another instance, Mr. Rottenborn requested that Johnny bring up a specific document, to which Johnny retorted sarcastically, "Yes, I'd like to see why I lied to." Then there was the time Mr. Rottenborn asked Johnny if he drank whiskey in the mornings, when his happy hour. Johnny cracked a grin. How can you say you had cocaine in that box? Mr. Rottenborn inquired once more. No, but it looks like it could fit some cocaine, Johnny said, drawing laughter from the audience. Number 1. Nothing simple in this case. If one thing is certain, it is that this contentious case is extremely complicated. Neither party comes across well, despite the fact that one may be less guilty than the other. It is up to the jury to make that decision. When confronted with Mr. Rottenborn's simplification of a question, Johnny was absolutely correct and utterly savage. Mr. Rottenborn replied to his question, "It's a simple yes or no." "You'd like it to be, sir," Depp retorts, "but nothing in this case is simple." Johnny Depp has amassed a fortune over the course of his career, thanks to a slew of hits and a few flops. Sure, he's spent a lot of his money in allegedly extravagant ways, but he's still a huge success. However, Johnny has claimed that his career and, more importantly, his personal life have taken a hit as a result of the allegations leveled against him by his ex, Amber Heard. Johnny has denied all of these heinous charges, and as of this video, he is in court defending his reputation. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What do you think about Johnny Depp's savage replies? Let us know in the comments. Like this video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.